What if I told you that AI could take over 80% of today's routine analytics tasks within the next few years? What if I told you that every company on earth is right now demanding AI plus data skills, not just Excel skills? What if I told you that soon CEOs will expect analysts to collaborate with AI to generate insights? But the reality is, if you only know old school reporting, AI will make your role disappear. Routine dashboard building, AI can generate that. Basic SQL queries, AI writes them faster. Weekly reports, AI does it all while you sleep. And guess what's left? The work humans must do, and that is decision making, data interpretation, critical thinking, and AI driven insights. And that is only done by humans who know how to work with AI. We are not talking about maybe, we are talking real change that is happening right now. AI powered jobs are exploding. Roles requiring AI plus analytical skills have jumped by double digit percentage in demand recently. Data and analytics jobs are growing at nearly 4 times the average rate of other professionals, projected to continue accelerating through the next decade. Global data analytics job postings number in thousands, and companies cannot find enough skilled analysts to fill them. This is not hype, this is reality. Now let's talk about money. In United States, median data analyst salary are around $80,000 to $100,000 or more. And these figures will keep increasing when analysts combine analytics with AI skills. In India, data analysts are averaging 3.5 to 5 lakh per annum for freshers. Mid-level analysts are earning 6 to 10 lakh or more, and these salary figures rise sharply when AI, Python, machine learning, and cloud skills are added together. But here is the scariest part. If you don't learn analytics with AI, your job will be replaced by someone who does. AI will not replace analytics expert, AI will replace analysts who do not understand AI. So in this video, I'm not just showing you a roadmap, I'm showing you the AI powered data analyst roadmap for 2026. The path that ensures you are irreplaceable in the age of AI, even for someone who doesn't know coding. Alright, so let's get straight into the roadmap. We are going to follow a very clear order, and trust me, the order matters. If you try to jump randomly between tools, you will feel confused. But if you build this layer by layer, everything will start connecting. So we will begin with Excel. Now I know some people underestimate Excel. They think it's basic, but honestly, Excel is where your analytical thinking actually starts. Excel is not just about putting numbers in cells, it teaches you structure. Again, Excel is not just a spreadsheet application, it's a business analysis environment. In many organizations, most raw exports from CRM systems, ERP software, marketing platforms, or finance tools land in Excel first. That makes it the most practical starting point for all the data analysts. In Excel, you should focus on core calculation, logical formulas, lookups, and data cleaning. You need to understand how to summarize data, how to create calculated columns, how to apply conditional logic, and how to transform raw messy data into something readable. Then learn pivot tables properly. Not just how to create them, but how to use them for reporting. Also learn basic dashboard in Excel using charts and slicers. And very important, learn Power Query inside Excel for data cleaning and transformation. Instead of repeating manual cleaning steps, you record transformations and create freshable workflows. This will be your first exposure to automation thinking. Once you are comfortable handling data in Excel, then you move to SQL. SQL shifts you from spreadsheet or Excel sheets to relational databases. Because in companies, data doesn't sit in Excel sheets, it sits inside databases. SQL is the language you use to talk to databases. At the basic level, you need to know how to retrieve, filter, and summarize data using select, where, group by, and most importantly, joins. Then move to CTs and window function. That's your analytical SQL foundation. But what really makes your SQL strong is understanding how databases work internally. Start with normalization. Learn how normalization reduces redundancy and prevents inconsistent data. Then focus on constraint. These maintain data integrity and define relationship between tables. Next come indexes at the basic level, not deep tuning, just what they do and why performance matters. Understand transaction and asset so you know how databases handle safe updates, and finally get basic exposure to views, store procedures, and triggers. Not mastery, just awareness. First, learn to query like an analyst, then understand how databases are structured and maintained. After SQL, you need to pause tool based learning now and focus on statistics. Statistic is not optional. You don't need to become a mathematician, but you need to understand what the numbers actually mean. Start with descriptive stats: mean, median, mode, variance, standard deviation. Understand data distribution, then correlation, then probability basics. After that, learn inferential stats like hypothesis testing, p-values, confidence intervals, understand regression fundamentals, and very important, A/B testing. Because in real companies, decisions are made based on experiments. If you don't understand statistical significance, you're just guessing. Once statistic is clear, now we move to something very underrated, and that is business and analytical thinking. This is where you start thinking like an analyst, not like a student. You need to understand how business operate. What is revenue? What is profit? What is margin? What is customer acquisition cost? What is retention rate? What is churn? Learn how to define KPIs. Learn how to break a business problem into smaller measurable quotients. For example, if sales are dropping, don't jump into tools. First ask which region, which product, which customer segment, which time period. You break high level results into contributing factors. Analyze funnel behavior and study cohort performance. Data storytelling becomes central. You learn how to translate technical findings into structured explanation. Clarity, sequence, and relevance matter more than technical depth in stakeholders' communication. Once your thinking aligns with business objectives, you move into Python. Python is where automation and scalability starts. In Python, first learn core programming basics like variables, data types, loops, conditions, functions. You don't need to advance computer science concepts, but your logic should be clear. Then move to data libraries. Start with NumPy for numerical operations, then pandas. And panda is extremely important. Panda is like boss level Excel on Python. You will learn how to read CSV files, clean missing values, filter rows, group data, merge data sets, and transform columns. Then learn data visualization libraries like Matplotlib and Seaborn. Understand how to create meaningful charts. Also learn how to connect Python with SQL databases, because in many companies you extract data using SQL and then analyze further using Python. An end-to-end project at this stage should include ingestion, cleaning, transformation, analysis, and visual output, all inside a structured notebook or script. After Python, now you transition to visualization and BI tools like Power BI or Tableau. This is where you convert analysis into storytelling. Tools like Power BI and Tableau are business intelligence tools. They connect to your data, allow you to model relationship between tables, and help you build interactive dashboards for decision makers. Now the question is, which one should you choose? If you are targeting companies that heavily use Microsoft tools, or you are working with Excel and Azure environments, go with Power BI. It integrates smoothly and is very popular in many organizations. If you are targeting global companies or want strong visual flexibility, Tableau is known for powerful and customizable visual storytelling. You don't need to master both. Pick one and go deep. Inside these tools, learn data modeling, relationships, star schema, snowflake schema. Learn calculated fields like DAX in Power BI or fields and LOD expression in Tableau. Understand dashboard design principles like KPIs, trend analysis, drill downs, filter, slicer, and interactive reporting. Also learn basic performance optimization, because dashboard must be fast and responsive. This is where you turn analysis into clear business insights that leaders can actually act on. Now let's talk about Git. Many analysts ignore this, but Git is extremely useful even for data analysts. As a DA, you will write SQL queries, Python scripts, and sometimes even DAX measures. These are code files. And in actual organizations, you don't work alone, you work in teams. Git helps you track changes in your SQL script, Python notebooks, and analytical projects. If something breaks, you can go back to a previous version. If multiple analysts are working on the same project, Git prevents overwriting each other's work. It also helps when deploying dashboards or analytics pipeline in production environment. Many companies store reporting, logic, and data transformation script in repositories. You don't need deep DevOps knowledge, just learn basic commands: clone, add, commit, push, pull, branch, and merge. Understand repository and how GitHub or GitLab works. For a data analyst, Git is about version control, collaborating, and professionalism. It shows you can work in structured, team based environments, not just on your personal laptop. Now we come to the most important step of this entire roadmap, and that is AI integration. Let's talk honestly. There is real fear in the market right now. Will AI replace data analyst? Will Copilot write all the SQL? Will dashboard be auto-generated? Here's the reality. AI can already write SQL queries, AI can already generate Python code, and AI can already suggest DAX measures. Tools like GitHub, Copilot, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot in Power BI, Excel Copilot, and AI features inside modern IDEs are changing workflows fast. So the question is not whether AI will be used, the question is, will you know how to use it properly? Let's talk practically. In SQL tools like GitHub Copilot inside VS Code or AI powered query tools can generate full queries from a business requirement. You describe month over month revenue for top 10 products including refunds, and it drafts joins, aggregation, and even window functions. But here's the catch. AI doesn't understand your database deeply. It can hallucinate columns. So integration means this. You use AI to generate the first draft, but you validate relationships, grouping logic, and performance before execution. Now in Python, GitHub Copilot and AI chart tools inside notebooks suggest pandas transformation, write data cleaning pipelines, fix syntax error instantly, refactor inefficient code. Instead of spending 15 minutes debugging a merge error, AI can suggest the fix in seconds. In Power BI, Microsoft Copilot can generate DAX measures, create report summaries, and suggest visuals. It can even explain trends in natural language. In Excel, Copilot can analyze data ranges, create pivot summaries, and suggest formulas automatically. So yes, AI is already inside the tools. Now here's the truth most people don't say. AI will replace analyst who only knows syntax. It will not replace analyst who understand the data logic, business context, and validation. AI removes repetitive writing. It removes blank screen anxiety. It increases speed dramatically, but it cannot understand undocumented business rules, silent data errors, or it cannot guarantee aggregation correctness. That is still your role. So AI integration in this roadmap means you learn how to work with tools like GitHub Copilot, ChatGPT, and Microsoft Copilot across SQL, Python, Excel, and Power BI responsively and intelligently. AI increases output, but your knowledge protects accuracy. And in the AI era, the safest data analyst is not the one who ignores AI. It's the one who integrates it better than everyone else. Now after all this, next comes data warehousing. Now this is where you understand how data is stored and scaled. Learn what a data warehouse is, understand ETL and ELT processes, learn about fact tables and dimension tables, know the difference between OLTP and OLAP systems. You don't need to design enterprise level warehouse, but you should understand how data flows from transactional system into analytical systems. This makes you industry ready. After that, you move to cloud. Today, almost all company data is stored and processed in the cloud, not on local servers. As a data analyst, you don't just open Excel files, you will often connect to cloud databases and cloud storage systems. That's why you should understand the basic of at least one cloud provider, AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud. Learn what cloud storage is, what a data lake is, what managed database services are, and what services computing means. Get basic exposure to services like S3 or Azure Blob Storage and cloud data warehouses. You don't need to become a cloud engineer again, But you should understand where your data is coming from, how it is stored, and how analytic pipelines run in cloud environments. Then comes modern data stack awareness. You don't need to master these tools because building and managing pipeline is primarily the role of data engineers and analytics engineers. But as a data analyst, you will constantly work with the output of these systems. In real companies, data flows through ingestion tools, transformation layers, orchestration systems, and cloud warehouses before it reaches your dashboard. You might hear names like Snowflake, DBT, Airflow, or Fivetran. You only need awareness level knowledge so you can understand how data moves from raw sources to final report. This helps you troubleshoot issues, ask better questions, and communicate confidently with technical teams. Finally, we move to applied machine learning. Notice when I say applied, you are not becoming a research scientist, but you should understand how predictive analytics works. Here you learn regression, classification, clustering, and evaluation matrix. More importantly, you learn interpretation. Model outputs must connect to business decision. Learn supervised learning basics, linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, understand classification versus regression problem. Learn model evaluation metrics like accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score, ROC, AUC. Understand overfitting and underfitting. Learn basic model development awareness, how models are integrated into business systems. Because the future of analytics is predictive, not just descriptive. And that completes the roadmap. If you follow the sequence, you are not randomly learning tools, you are building foundation in layers. Each stage reinforces the next. The strength of this roadmap is not the number of technologies, it's the order. Structure creates depth, depth creates confidence, and layered learning creates long term analytical capability. Now, if you don't want to figure out all of this alone and you want structured guidance that covers everything we discussed, then Intellipaat is offering a free data analyst course that walks you through these foundations step by step. You can check the link in the description or comment section. It's completely free and it's designed to give you a clear starting direction without confusion. If you're serious about becoming a data analyst in today's AI driven market, then don't leave your growth to random tutorials. And I'll see you in the next one.